Good morning, class. I'm Mark.
And I'm Gonzo.
And this is Dungeon Class. Today we're going to talk about everything that is wrong with Dungeons & Dragons.
No, wait, Mark. I thought we were going to talk about why bards are the best class in D&D.
No. Today we're going to talk about everything that is wrong with D&D. One reason is that Dungeons & Dragons is for nerds and middle-aged men trying to recreate their childhood.
No, that's definitely not it. D&D is for everyone. It's for families. It's for children. It's for elderly. It's for youth and adults alike. Anyone can play Dungeons & Dragons. Youth groups at after-school programs. You can play at your local gaming shop. You can play after work. D&D is for everyone, Mark.
Well, then you can't argue with the fact that it costs a lot of money. I mean, look at these books, and there's miniatures and dice. It's too expensive.
Dungeons & Dragons is not very expensive, especially to get started. In fact, if you would like to get a starter set for Dungeons & Dragons, you can purchase that for $20 or under on Amazon, at your local gaming shop, or even Target or Walmart. And that's everything you need to get started.
But I have all this extra money that I usually spend on my hobby. What am I supposed to do with that?
There are a lot of things that you can spend your money on. Obviously, you can never have enough dice. There's more books that will help you expound your game. It's monster manuals, dungeon master manuals. There are dice bags and rollers and all kinds of fun things. But that comes in time.
Well, Gonzo, of course you can agree that it's too complicated. I mean, look at all these books and this dice and all. You must have to be some kind of genius to play this game.
Obviously not. You and I are playing. We've been playing a long time. Dungeons & Dragons, unlike previous edition, 5th edition D&D is now been simplified to the point where anyone can pick it up and be able to play the game almost right away. If you don't want to use encumbrance rules, or you don't want to worry about the money in Dungeons & Dragons, if you're not worried about alignment, if that's not important to your gaming group, don't use it. You make the game your own, and you play within the group at your table.
Well, Gonzo, of course you know that D&D is evil. I mean, it's got monsters and magic. It's even got demons, for crying out loud.
There's nothing inherently evil in Dungeons & Dragons, the game. It has, you make the game your own. And at your table, you work with your dungeon master to discuss what you're comfortable with. If you don't want to use demons and devils or even gods and pantheons, you don't. It's not a big deal. But there's nothing inherently evil in Dungeons & Dragons.
Okay. Well, then of course you have to admit that D&D is highly addictive. And I've watched a movie called Mazes and Monsters with Tom Hanks in it. And he played this guy who was playing a game a lot like Dungeons & Dragons. And he got into it so much and was so addicted to it, he lost track of reality. And he went crazy. I don't want to be crazy.
Well, a little late for that, but most players... Dungeons & Dragons is not addictive. Dungeons & Dragons can be, as any hobby can be. D&D is like any hobby. It can be addicting. You can spend all your time thinking about it, thinking about the game you just played, the game coming up, the storyline involved. But like anything in life, you need to find balance. Many hobbies and things can be addicting in life. Exercise, gambling, golf, even my fishing, my love of fishing, or anything like that. There are actually a lot of benefits that come from playing Dungeons & Dragons, which we'll talk about in later videos.
So you mean to tell me that D&D is for everyone, that it doesn't cost a lot of money to get started, that it's actually good for me, and it's easy to pick up? And why isn't everyone playing this game?
Why isn't everyone playing this game? That's where Dungeon Class comes in. Here at Dungeon Class, we will use this channel to discuss and promote and expound on this great game, Dungeons & Dragons. Our next video will be everything you need to start playing D&D in 2019. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, class dismissed.